Welcome to the Big Success Show. Today, the true measures of success.
Big Success with the Professor and Mary-Lynn.
Mary-Lynn, what would you say when we're talking about the business or the brand Big Success? What would you say is one of the most common questions, or maybe the most common question we get about big?
Well, people always want to know how we make money.
Well, there's that too.
How do you bring in the G's?
I thought I was G.
Yeah. Yes. No, but people want to know, why do we spell big with 2 G's?
2 G's, that's right. And so we're going to answer that question, and we'll talk about how it applies to the true measures of success in this week's show. Hi, I'm George Kruger, a.k.a. The Professor.
And I'm Mary-Lynn. We often joke about this, and of course, this is the best one about why we have 2 G's in big, and it's that George's finger stuttered when we bought the domain.
Yes.
But that's not really what happened. But big with 2 G's is an acronym with a big meaning, and it's too big for just 1 G.
You know, Big Success is for entrepreneurs of all flavors. Even if you never plan to own your own business, you are the entrepreneur in charge of a very important enterprise, your life. This is why having an entrepreneurial mindset applies to everyone.
The acronym has 4 letters that together help you create value for yourself while adding value in the lives of others. That's what entrepreneurs of all varieties do. So let's pull out the professor's whiteboard for the 4 measures of big success.
I took the measure of that closet, Mary-Lynn, and it came back a mess.
Yes, that is not measuring success right there. That is not the measure of success. Anyway, so the 4 letters of BIGG stand for believing, implementing, goal-getting, giving back. All right, so I've said a mouthful there.
That's a lot. That's a lot of adjectives for one success.
Yes, it is. Well, it's big, right?
That's
so
right.
Let's look at each one individually and how it applies to the true measures of success. B is for believing.
It starts with a seed of hope. But if success is to blossom, you have to go beyond hope. You have to believe.
Believe in yourself. Believe in others. Believe in God. Believe in your vision. Believe in your mission. Believe in your values. Believe in your goals.
Believing precedes achieving. And then achieving leads to more believing, which leads to more achieving. You get the idea here? This is how the upward spiral to big success begins. So now ask yourself this question. Are you driven by a can-do or a can't-do mentality? This is the first true measure of big success.
That brings us to the letter I in big. I is for implementing. Believing is very important, but implementing seals the deal. It's mind and matter in motion.
And as Mary-Lynn just implied, success begins in the mind. But its close companion is demonstrable action. This is one of the secrets of successful entrepreneurs.
They move quickly, dancing to the rhythm of ready, aim, fire.
I can see him dancing, Mary-Lynn, just moving around. The alternative to that is dreaming your life away, accepting the status quo, not making a decision to go.
They are caught in a loop. Ready, aim, 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 aim,
You got
aim.
it.
I'm stuck. You
Yes,
knock me
exactly.
out of this.
It's like the little wheels turning on a screen, right? You know, the
Right.
little
Buffer,
buffering
buffer,
wheel, right?
buffer.
I learned, Mary-Lynn, that's called a throbber. What a name.
The buffer wheel is
The
called
buffer
a
wheel
throbber?
apparently is called a throbber, yes.
I call it a pain in the keister. All right. Anyway.
Well, implementing puts motions in the emotions emanating from believing.
It starts with your big, and that's big with 2 G's, plan. And answering questions like, what does the life you want look like?
This defines your vision, your destination.
Why is it so important for you to fulfill this vision?
That's your purpose, your mission.
What do you stand for?
That's your values. Once you define these critical areas of your life, you're going to keep moving in the direction of your dream. Hour by hour, day by day, month by month, you will implement your plan. Now, successful entrepreneurs,
And remember, we use that term loosely to include all entrepreneurial-minded professionals, even if you never plan to own a business of your own.
yeah, great point, Mary-Lynn. Successful entrepreneurs decide on a course of action and then pursue it relentlessly. So the question to ask here is, do you have a bias for focused action or a tendency for inaction or misdirected action? This is the second true measure of big success.
Today we're sharing what the acronym BIGG, B-I-G-G, stands for, and we're to the first G in big success, and that stands for goal getting. Goal getting answers the how question. How will you reach your destination? Now, you may immediately have a very good question.
Mm-hmm.
What's the difference between implementing and goal getting?
I knew you were going to come up with that question, right? So implementing is directional. Its focus is on your destination. Goal getting is definitional. Its focus is on mapping out your journey to big success. This is accomplished by breaking big goals, and that's big with two G's, by breaking big goals into small goals.
Implementation is about big picture planning.
The results are fuzzier than goals. Goals need to be firm to be useful.
Note that this first G stands for goal getting, not goal setting.
Now, don't get us wrong. Goal setting is an important part of goal getting. It's just that too many people spend too much time setting goals and too little time getting goals. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Have I ever been in that position?
That's
you get all
ready,
excited.
That's that ready, set,
It
aim,
is.
aim, and never firing.
You never have any problems. You never have any obstacles, But
You could just stay in your world of how it'll all work out whenever you finally start doing something.
Right, which all of this often leads to setting goals and then stopping. Or some people give up after an early setback.
Every goal set will only be met by investing time figuring out how to get it. This means breaking bigger goals down into smaller goals, because this makes your goals more manageable and more achievable, which skyrockets your belief.
In addition to all of that, here's something else you can believe. You will face obstacles.
Absolutely. If you're going to actually go get something,
And especially something big.
that with two G's.
That's
yes,
right.
Obstacles will be there.
And so when faced with those inevitable obstacles, that wall, big goal getters go over it, they go around it on one side or another, they burrow under it, they climb over it, they plow through it. Somehow, some way, they will get past it. And that's part of the secret to every success story you'll ever read.
Yeah.
So the question is, are you a goal getter or just a goal setter? This is the third measure of big success.
And our second G in big is for giving back. It's easy to push back at giving back. The next best
I like the way you said that.
Thank you. The next best excuse is always nearby. But have you ever stopped to think about how much you lose by not giving back?
It turns out that money given to help people in need produces a happiness dividend. Isn't that exciting?
That's
a happiness dividend.
Yeah. In fact, we talk about that more in episode 942, where we talk about ways that money can buy happiness.
Yes, actually, the old saying isn't true, right? Money can buy happiness. Now, this phenomenon was noted by one of the wisest people ever, King Solomon. If you say who are the wisest people in all of mankind's history, I think on most people's list, King Solomon would come up.
Well, he asked God for wisdom, and God gave it to him.
Yeah, he got it all right.
Big time. Yeah.
And so he said, the world of the generous gets larger and larger. The world of the stingy gets smaller and smaller. That comes from the Message, Proverbs 11:24. But oh my gosh, when I read that, it was just stated in such a simple way, and yet it's so magnanimous.
Profound.
Is that the word I'm looking for?
that?
Profound. I like that word better
Okay.
because it's only 2 syllables.
Like 2 G's, right?
That's right.
Okay. But what if you truly don't have any extra money right now? Because, wisdom says you're not supposed to give if you have nothing to give, right?
Right.
But wait a minute. Do we actually ever never have anything to give?
Exactly.
You can give something more precious. If you don't have money, you can give your time. You can give your talents. You can give a smile.
Yes, you can give love.
Right.
You can pay attention.
Yeah.
You know, the different twist on it, right? But the point is, there's always something we can give, and that's really a critical part of this G in BIGG.
And giving time, like volunteering, that actually sets off an endorphin rush, similar to when you work out or eat chocolate or laugh out loud.
You know what I like to do?
What?
I like to get on the treadmill, eat chocolate, and laugh out loud.
All at the same time.
Oh, what an endorphin rush.
What a rush. Yeah. But this endorphin rush from giving time is actually called a helper's high. And the term was popularized by Alan Lux in his book, The Healing Power of Doing Good.
And you know, Mary-Lynn, one of the things that just fascinates me about this whole subject is that the research shows that when you think about it, so we give the gift, right? And we get this helper's high.
So you get the helper's high from
giving the gift.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then when you recall giving the gift, you get a second helper's high. Now, it's not as big as the first one. It's not as big of an endorphin rush, but it's still there. You get a helper's high. And anytime you call up that event, you're going to get a helper's high. So it's kind of a perpetual, your gift becomes a perpetual gift to yourself.
Right. And actually, we've got a link to the book and to the further discussions we've had on this whole concept with your show notes with this podcast episode.
Of course, giving shouldn't be a selfish endeavor.
It's not all about, oh, what am I going to get? Oh, am I going to get some kind of a rush? How to do it?
Exactly.
That's not what the motivation is.
That's not what we're saying. You know, you don't give to receive. You don't give to get, right? It's not a what's in it for me calculation. However, it can't be stopped. This is almost like, you know, it's a natural law. Like people think of the law of attraction.
Right. You don't do it for what you get out of it, but you're going to get something out of it no matter what.
Exactly right. With the right attitude, the more you give back, the more you'll be blessed, and you'll have more to give back.
So what's the key to this? Why does it work?
Because giving acknowledges the abundance in your life. You have so much so you can share. And all the while, you can believe that more is on its way. And the question to ask now, do you live with an abundance mindset or a scarcity mindset? This is the fourth and final true measure of big success.
Well, this is powerful stuff. Let's review the acronym BIGG, B-I-G-G, and how each one applies to the true measures of success. B is for believing. It's about having that can-do mentality. I is for implementing. Believing is important, but implementing seals the deal. It's mind and matter in motion. The first G is for goal getting. This answers the question, how are you going to reach your destination? And the second G is for giving back. What will you be able to share and give, having an abundance mindset?
When it comes to success, we like to say, go big or go home. What level of success do you want to achieve? Use the 4 measures of big success to guide you to the life you truly desire. That's big success.
We'd love for you to join our community of big goal getters. Go to Big Success, that's big with 2 G's, success.com/newsletter. Get signed up, and we'll see you there.
And we thank you so much for listening to our show today. And a big shout out to all of our listeners in New Delhi, India.
It's amazing how we have big goal getters and listeners from around the world, isn't it?
It's awesome. You just get to connect with people from everywhere.
Please tune in next time. We're going to talk about how the dictionary gets it wrong when defining success. Till we meet again,
here's to your big success.
Find big success at biggsuccess.com.